lights are out and you stumble in the dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life feels lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me.
Welcome, everybody. Once again, it is Saturday night, and we are live for the ECR NextGen series. Tonight, it is the Rapid Fired Pizza 212 from Pocono. I'm Mike Timoni. Up in the booth with me this week is we're going to have Emmett Crow. Emmett, man, how's it going?
It's going good, Mike. Thanks for having me, and welcome to all you race fans out there. We're in for a great show tonight. It's the Tricky Triangle. It's going to be a tire wear race, or this is usually a fuel mileage race, so watch out for that today as well.
Yeah, definitely. Last week, the drivers took part in the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Tyler Burden was able to bring home the victory, only leading 4 laps after a late race incident caused Colin Bollinger, who dominated the race, to finish in 9th place after leading 75 laps. Michael Carter wound up second with Jonathan Cogswell up there in 3rd as they get ready to tighten down for the points battle to get to that chase. Let me take a quick look at the points. You can see Dwayne Furtick up there with 978. Tristan Bailey also with 978. Tyler Burden 938. But the positions you need to watch are back there where Ryan McCall has a slight advantage over Aaron Miller and Kent Mueller. Those are the positions that are going to battle. They've got a couple more weeks to settle it, and then they will head off into the Championship 12. So we'll see what happens after that. But for now, we get set for the Tricky Triangle, and it's going to be 82 laps here tonight, and you'll see on the screen in a moment that Tristan Bailey set the pole, but after some radio chatter last week, he is going to have to take an EOL and start from the back of the field. It looks like everybody's pretty much qualified. Looks like Gary Nash is still kind of hanging out here. Oh, I was wrong. 85 laps, 212.5 miles, 70% fuel, 4 sets of tires is what we're in for tonight. Still just sitting there. Looked like he tried 1 lap and didn't quite get what he wanted. He was a 54.26 right now. Fastest man on the track is a 52.20, and that was Tristan Bailey. John Osborne up there with a 52.24. But like you said, it's going to be tires and fuel. When do you come down? How are you going to manage it? I'm sure we're going to see a lot of comers and goers tonight as they work their way around this tricky triangle.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. That's what I love about Pocono. There's a lot of strategy calls, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens tonight, Mike.
Yeah, definitely. They head to the Great Lakes, Michigan next week. Then they have 3 weeks off before coming back for iRacing Super Speedway to close out the regular season. So definitely have a couple tricky tracks to get around, and then a couple that will basically anybody can win, but looks like they are gridding at the moment, so go ahead and bring up the grid. Go trackside if these guys will get in their rides momentarily. We got Tristan Bailey, John Osborne, the front row. Tristan Bailey is going to have to take that EOL and move to the back. Tyler Burden, Kyle Diaz in row 2. Dwayne Furtick and Adam Boughton back there in row 3. Row 4, Anthony Ludi and Michael Carter. Jonathan Cogswell and Bradley Rivers make up the 9th and 10th spot. Kent Mueller and Aaron Miller are 11th and 12th. We got Doug Denise and Gary Nash rolling off in row 7. Row 8, Colin Bollinger, Andrew Chapman. Ryan McCall and Robert Roth and Christopher Roth are going to start shotgun on the field as they get set to go. Like we got a few new paint schemes tonight.
Say Tristan Bailey is blinking awful lot.
Yeah, I was a little worried about my my computer here as we had a huge lightning storm that just blew through. So, but everything's good to go, and we'll get rolling. Tyler Burden.
There's the old Rainbow Warrior.
Yep. Tyler Burden had that throwback on last week. Throwback to the Jeff Gordon Brickyard 400 winner.
And didn't he say he won the Brickyard last week?
Yep, he did.
Well, that's perfect.
Kyle Diaz, Dwayne Furtick, everybody moving up a row. You see Tristan Bailey rolling back through the field.
Y'all have rapid fire pizza up there and where you're at?
No, I do not.
I got one just right down the road. Great place, great pizza. Recommend the what is it? The Mac Daddy. That's the best one right there.
Well, if I ever get that direction, I might have to take you up on that.
Which Pizza Ranch is my favorite up in the northern region.
I don't even have one of those anymore. They closed the only one that's within 75 miles of me. Pace car is going to make that left-hand turn down pit lane, and we're going to be set to go here. John Osborne, Tyler Burton leading them down to the green flag. Green flag is out, and we are racing in the Rapid Fire Pizza 212 from Pocono. Side by side through turn one. Almost 3 wide. Looks like Kyle Diaz is looking to get a little frisky in the middle.
Yeah, he is definitely looking to push the envelope right there, Mike. But now we see everybody getting getting single filed out. Well, not single filed, but getting fanned out. And John Osborne has been the guy on this first lap that looks really good today.
Yeah, definitely found some speed there in qualifying. Has that Pit Viper Hasgrala scheme rolling to the front. Not let you've seen much of that if Kaz was running, but it's all right. Pit Viper's out front now.
That's the first. I wouldn't want to pick a fight with the team owner, though.
Oh, no.
No.
Back through the field. You can see everybody kind of has a little bit different line through the corners. Like the 94 there of Adam Boughton pulling out. Going to try and go to the inside of Tyler Burton, make a pass early here.
Going through the tunnel turn. Pocono is such a unique track. I mean, I want to know what was the meeting like when they were talking about building this in Long Pond, Pennsylvania. What was going through their mind? Somebody probably said, "Let's make it oval." He said, "No." "Let's make a rectangle." "No." "How about a triangle?" "Yeah, let's do a triangle right there." "Yes."
Yeah,
triangle.
They could only agree, they could only agree on 3 corners.
I know, right?
Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Milwaukee Mile, and then Britton Speedway, which isn't around anymore. Dwayne Furtick going to go to the inside and test Michael Carter down low. He's got Bradley Rivers. Haven't seen Rivers in a couple weeks. He's been out sick the last couple weeks, but trying to get a little ground gained here. Checking back on Tristan Bailey. Tristan Bailey was on the pole, had to go to the back of the pack, and now he is up to 14th already after giving almost 2 seconds to the whole field.
Yeah, he's really making short work of these cars in the further in the pack, and he wants to be up there. And we know that 9 car's got a lot of speed. I mean, he won the pole when he wasn't even supposed to qualify, so definitely look out for that 9 to be a contender for this win.
Yeah, definitely have to watch him. Biggest mover of the race so far, though, is going to be up here in P9, and that's going to be Andrew Chapman. Andrew Chapman also couldn't qualify after last week's penalties, but still moving forward through the field fairly decent.
Getting through the field. This track, it's produced so many memories, so much history at this historic track. Of course, when I think of this, I think of the old uh the old shorter version in Concord, North Carolina, Concord Speedway, which thankfully it's on iRacing, but this is just a bigger version of that, it seems like.
Colin Bollinger. I think if there's a driver that usually can save tires and has a little bit more momentum towards the end of the run, I think Bollinger kind of fits that bill. Well, I look to him to be making a run later in this green flag run.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how long each stint is. Now that the track temperature is picked up in the sun and the temperature is heating up at the track, but the track temperature puts us in the 100. It'll be very interesting to see how much rubber is built up and how much the track will take out of each tire for sure.
Yeah, definitely track temp up over 100 degrees, as you said. See what the tire fall off is. Right now, though, nobody has even touched, I'd say, almost the top 10 in qualifying as far as their best lap times. Fastest right now looks like it is going to be 53.67 by John Osborne. So Osborne's starting to get away a little bit too.
Yeah, 53.66.5. Yeah, and the second place car's best lap is a 53.74. So yeah, Osborne is starting to pull away.
Yeah, and you can see just through there, through turn 3, you have basically 3 different lines through most of the corner, and then everybody tries to get to that single line on corner exit to keep the best momentum they can. And that could be come into play a little bit later, especially if you're running that little high line. If you're able to keep the other drivers down on your inside, might have to check up a little bit before trying to make that pass.
Yeah, did we have a car in the wall right there? Just barely scraped it, I think.
Probably.
Trying to rip that fence, trying to get it just the littlest advantages that they can.
I think Pocono's kind of one of those tracks where after the tires start to wear, you can almost double apex the corner. Oh, yep, there's a couple more into that outside wall coming off of turn 3. But you can almost double apex that corner because it's so long.
Yeah, you definitely can, especially in turn 1 and turn 3. I'm rolling it through, but the tunnel turn, you don't have to let it roll. You can go full throttle through the tunnel turn because it's so wide, and oh man, there's almost a wreck in the back. But yeah, John Osborne looks really good, as you see right here. As we take a look further back, that's Tristan
Bailey.
Tristan Bailey. Yeah, Tristan Bailey making his way through the field, making his way downtown, trying to get up on Anthony Booty. But
and that's back where the incident about happened there. Dwayne Furtick was thinking about going to the inside of Kyle Diaz, thought better of it, fell back in the line.
if I'm Kenton Mueller and Gary Nash, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to catch that draft, because when they came off of the front stretch to hit the line, they were pretty far back from this lead. Not packed, but you know, there is a little bit of arrow here at Pocono. Um, but it's not considered super speedway. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, I don't think you can keep the throttle down as much as it could at a super speedway, and the banking is almost nothing. So
Yeah, it's flat. Well, some turns are flat. I think turn 1 is probably the most banked, or the tunnel turn might be the most banked, but
yeah, turn 1 is 14 degrees.
really.
14, 8, and 6. So,
But
yeah.
it is the most banked.
Yep. So turn 1, yeah. We got a line starting to come down the inside. Looks like it is going to be Andrew Chapman, Bradley Rivers, Kristen Bailey, and Jonathan Cogswell. Oh, turn goes Michael Carter.
Man, hard.
Take a look, see what happened here. Rivers goes down. Oh, just slides up just a little bit.
Yeah.
Almost a little neck coated on the scene.
Yeah, I think he thought he was clear and didn't see the 15 there and came down, and that's what caused that caution. Just a racing incident. I don't think there was no foul play. Oh, man. Who's that on the front of that car?
I don't know. I'm sure I've asked him before. Under caution for the first time tonight.
You think we're going to have some takers?
I think we definitely would if it would have been about 8 more laps.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Everybody coming in.
Yep, here they come. Oh, fake out.
Oh.
Is that Boughton in the 94 that faked him out?
Yep.
Faked everybody out?
Yep. Doug Denise and Kent Mueller.
I think if you're Mueller, this is a great call because now you get the track position after running so far back from the lead draft. Now you're up here in the top 3. This might get interesting right here, fellas.
Yeah, I definitely think it will. I mean, if you're Kent Mueller, that's kind of what you have to do. I mean, try and get some speed built in there.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see. I'm going to say Furtick probably took right sides. Chapman took right sides. Osborne looks like he might have taken 4. Kristen Bailey, he only spent a little over 9.5 in his box. That might have been a fuel only stop. Then everybody else took 2 or took 4. I'm thinking a fuel run should be 25-ish, maybe a little over, judging by what they usually run.
I was about to ask, do you know the percentage that they're filled up at?
70.
70?
Yeah.
So yeah, about 25 laps.
Gary Nash coming into the pit. Fountain, Denise, Mueller, Furtick, Chapman, Osborne, Kristen Bailey, Kyle Diaz, Tyler Burden, and Aaron Miller are going to be the top 10 when we get going green again.
Looks like they're barely creeping down the long pond straightaway.
Yeah. That is the worst part about caution laps here.
Yeah.
Basically doubles the amount of time that the lap times are. I mean, Adam Boughton there, 2 minutes for the last lap.
That's fast.
Michael Carter back out on the track. Bradley Rivers in pit lane. They get stacked up, ready to go once again. Boughton on the inside, Denise on the outside. First rapid fire pizza yellow flag of the race. Pace car is in. Adam Boughton with the button as he gets ready to turn them loose, hit that restart zone, and we are green flag racing. Huge jump by the 94 Toyota of Adam Boughton. Kent Mueller, Dwayne Furtick, Doug Denise almost 3 wide there.
Yeah, and look at Kent Mueller. It's that clean air, Mike. I mean, he was all the way at the back of the pack. Now that he's in that clean air for a moment, he's able to go all the way to P2 after a great strategic call by his crew chief that last caution.
Yeah, we kind of saw that nobody was really making too much ground. I mean, Tristan Bailey kind of made a few spots through the field. Andrew Chapman made a few, but other than that, everybody else was kind of basically trudging along right where they were at. Tristan Bailey going to go down to the inside.
So that tells me one thing. Track position is a premium today.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Tristan Bailey working on the inside of John Osborne. Andrew Chapman just up in front.
Move.
That looked like Jonathan Cogswell didn't necessarily like where everybody was running, pulled clear down to the inside. Tyler Burden looks like he might have got a little bit loose there.
I think Cogswell gained about 3 positions right there when he pulled down to that inside line.
Single filed out now down the front stretch.
Got a car pulling off into the pits.
Riley Rivers back in pit lane. Fastest lap of the race there by the 94. 53.53.
Let's see him do that again. Got a car pulling out. Now he's going to shuffle mine to give him the curse. No, he's able to keep it. He's able to keep that P2.
Yeah, I was able to keep that Denise behind him, Furtick, Osborne, Bailey, Chapman.
Funny, I always told myself my team. Ooh, car in the wall. I told myself that if I ever got into racing, I think my team name would be ECR, Emmett Crow Racing. Ha ha. I'm a goofball.
Kent Mueller's keeping the most of that track position there.
Yeah.
Little battle going on back here between Bollinger and Cogswell.
So, Mike, what it makes me wonder was Mueller actually saving fuel, and that's why he was so far back from the pack?
I don't know. He started back there and just kind of stayed. Pretty single filed out now. As I say that.
Yeah.
Ludi trying to get past Kyle Diaz, couldn't do it, wound up losing a spot to Colin Bollinger, might lose another. Oh, Colin Bollinger got a little cut off there by Kyle Diaz. Cogswell trying to help Bollinger push his way through. We can see what happened back here in the back of the pack. Oh. Not sure why that. How Diaz and Bollinger kind of touch.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. Exactly why that would have brought out the caution 23 laps into this race. You would almost think that the top two are going to come in.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they didn't stop the last caution, so yeah, I think we should see them come in this time by.
And we got a couple others staying out. Strategies galore tonight. Osborne, Bailey, Miller, Burden, Bollinger, Roth, and Roth all stay out. Michael Carter going to get one of his many laps back. Looks like fuel only for the top three. Burdick, Diaz, and Cogswell all spent less than, well, about, Burdick only spent 6 seconds in his box. Button, Miller, and Denise all took 4 tires as they get back on track.
Now Ross goes back to the lead. I mean, not Ross, Osborne. My bad. Look who's up there, Mike, in second place.
Yeah, definitely doing some strategy calls, especially after seeing what Kent Mueller was able to do after staying out on that last caution after everybody else came down. Lights are out as they get shifted into their rows. Osborne, Bailey on the front row. Burden, Miller, row 2, row 3. Colin Bollinger and Christopher Roth. Robert Roth is the last car that did not come down pit lane. We got Frederick Diaz and Cogswell all took fuel only. Boughton, Mueller, Denise, Chapman, McCall, and Ludi all took 4 tires. I'll say the way this race is shaped up, it definitely seems like track position is going to come into play big time under that last pit stop or caution. What call are you going to make?
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a hard call to make on these crew chiefs as well. You know, we've seen drivers stay out under caution, and they've actually gotten the track position, and then they're able to keep that car up there because of the clean air that they're getting off of instead of that dirty air. So it's definitely going to be interesting, Mike, as this race goes on, who all comes in and who all stays out.
Yeah, definitely. Osborne, the leader, going to lead him on down, and he gets going. Tristan Bailey is a little tardy there. Tyler Burton hanging right with Osborne, though.
I think that was planned. I think they wanted Bailey to get behind Burton so that they could give a push to Osborne.
Yeah, the Aeon's teammates are definitely out front now. Back, take a look what's going on here in the middle. Looks like Kyle Diaz is looking down to the inside, goes from the top clear down to the bottom.
3 wide action.
Robert Roth jumping into line. Wayne Furtick almost thinking about jumping out of line there just in front of Kyle Diaz. Christopher Roth is having a little hardware issue there as he is there and gone. And now Dwayne Furtick's looking to the inside. Kristen Bailey pulled out, going down to the inside. Going to see if he can get in front of Tyler Burden. Fastest man on the track that time was Christopher Roth with a 53.41. Bailey by Burden. Miller back to 4th. Bollinger in 5th. Kip Mueller trying to work his way back through the field. Adam Boughton he's up to 8th now. With that being said, everything's kind of single filed out. We're going to step aside. We won't miss anything. We'll be back momentarily. All right, welcome back, everybody. You didn't miss anything while we were away. John Osborne, Tristan Bailey, Tyler Burden, still the top three. Colin Bollinger, Aaron Miller, and Dwayne Furtick, the top six. Adam Boughton making his way back up inside the top 10, running P7 right now. Christopher Roth and Kent Mueller also inside the top 10. So Kent Mueller found some speed after that first stint.
Yeah, definitely found some speed, Mike, and I think it also boosted his confidence. Being out there in P2 for so long and able to hold it, really showed that he, like I said, helped his self confidence that he can run with these guys, and he does have speed for sure.
Jonathan Cogswell looks like he might have clipped the wall just a little bit. Had a huge run there on Andrew Chapman and pulled down to the inside. Chapman was running up inside that top 10, but had to come down pit lane and hasn't been able to work his way back through the field.
Yeah, he's having a tough day, Chapman is, and I don't see any real bad damage that could hurt the aero of that car, so maybe it's all cosmetic, Mike.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we've seen several drivers get back in that field and just can't make their way through anybody. But then we've also seen drivers like Adam Boughton who went back towards the back, and now he's already up inside the top 10 again. So, I mean, maybe he was able to make quick work of a few drivers, and after it starts getting drawn out a little bit, it's a little bit harder to pass. The thing I can think of is why it would cause them to not be able to pass so much later.
Looking at the weather, it's still partly cloudy, I believe. So that's probably dirty air that they're getting. And, I mean, it's hard to pass in dirty air, but now if you get in that clean air like our leader, then it's smooth sailing. But yeah, if you get down in that dirty air, that little pocket, it's almost impossible to get out. So the track's cooled down just a little bit also. Huh.
Track temperature was up over 100. Now it's down to 92.
Seeing earlier, Mike, was it was the temp. I think the temperature was causing these cars to, also making the track really slick. And when you come into a corner, if you get off that gas and you roll the brake through, then you're gonna end up. And if you get to the throttle too early, then you're gonna end up spinning. So maybe that could have played a factor into it when we saw those single car hiccups, if you may, because I don't think any one of them really fully spun out.
Yeah, it definitely seems like there's just something that happens right about the 10 laps or so into a run, and then it kind of stagnates. And even up towards the front, Tristan Bailey and Tyler Burden and Bollinger are all fairly close together, but nobody's pushing the issue or anything either.
No, I think they're waiting, as this race goes on. I mean, we're getting down to the nitty gritty, so I think you're just seeing what moves will work, and you're writing it down in your book and hoping that the coach don't take a page out of that playbook and, pull off a move like we've seen these guys pull on each other. Oh, we got a car around.
I was going to say pit stops are starting, but apparently somebody else didn't get the memo as who was spinning there. Andrew Chapman. What
I
happened?
don't know, but he made a heck of a save. But they are going to wave the caution flag.
Oh, Cogswell.
Oh!
Little help there. Drifting.
So is that Chapman that got into the back of Cogswell?
Nope. Cogswell into the back of Chapman.
Okay.
Take a look here.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh. That one, I don't know about. I mean, maybe Chapman lifted and Cogswell didn't know it. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Just pulled off that save, too.
One of those things, you don't expect that to happen. Chapman might have been coming down pit lane too and slowing down a little bit to make that, left-hand turn down there.
Yeah, again, don't think it was intentional, but there was contact. That's a tough one to call right there, Mike. I'm glad I'm not race control.
Yeah. Most of the drivers are probably going to have to come down.
Two cars. Oh, somebody pulled off the fake again. Was that Adam Boughton again?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Looks like Revolution Motorsports is going to be hanging out up front for a little bit. Well, that leaves 6 cars that did not come to pit lane.
Wow.
Going to be about halfway through the race. Only one driver has retired from the race, and that's going to be Bradley Rivers. Michael Carter several laps down.
But that's points.
Yep, just stay out, run some laps. So I know there's at least one more pit stop to make before this race is official.
Tell you, Boughton looking like the genius with these fake outs, but look who's up there again, Mike. None other than Kent Mueller.
Rolling through here. Pace car's going to make that left-hand turn. Adam Boughton with the button as he gets ready to turn him loose once again. Going to hit that restart zone, and he is down and away right at the start of it once again, and he is out to a 3-4 car length lead already before they hit turn 1.
Yeah, I mean, that car's a dart. He's got those restarts figured out.
Round goes. I saw some ice cream sliding around. Let's see.
Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah, nobody really touched him
Could have been Nick.
until there. And Ryan McCall. Up in Ryan. Oh, didn't touch anybody either, but didn't hit the wall.
Yeah.
Be good. That is one thing that does happen though when you get those fresh tires on there. Sometimes you drive the car the same way you were driving before, and that doesn't always work out the way you think it should.
Well, yeah, and you also get all this debris on this track. I mean, if we remember at the beginning of this race, this track was well over 100 degrees. So there was a lot of rubber put down on this track that was that the track ate at. But now, if you're in these, you put these stickers on, and you go out trying to run these laps that you were running, you're going to get caught up with marbles on it, and that's what's going to cause it to be slicker than now snot for sure.
Well, I guess we'll see if Boughton has these restarts figured out. Ooh, Kyle Diaz, Andrew Chapman, Ryan McCall, Gary Nash all in the pits. Michael Carter staying out trying to get another lap back. Boughton and Mueller both came in on lap 23. Well, same with Flutie and Denise as well.
Yeah, now that we've hit 40 laps to go in this race, it's really going to be interesting to see how that's going to play out and how these cars are going to react to, with the fresher tires, how much more faster they're going to be than the two cars that have not pitted yet.
It looks like we might have some strategy towards the back of the field. Kyle Diaz, Ryan McCall came down pit lane, topped off on fuel. Andrew Chapman had to get a little... Looks like he got some fuel too. Maybe fixed up a little damage there. Pace light should be out on the pace car.
It looked like somebody just pulled off to go down pit road.
Ryan McCall, Andrew Chapman, Gary Nash all came down. Again, to top off probably. And they're at the back of the field anyway, might as well take some extra fuel. More cautions this week than caution laps last week.
Oh, tough break. Just found out that the Cars Tour has just canceled the race at Hickory.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they just came out and said it. Golly.
Pace car's going to make that left-hand turn here. Boughton hits the line, and he is gone.
Another great restart for Boughton.
When was that race supposed to be?
I think it was supposed to be tonight.
Right.
And then I believe they got the Speedway Classic underway at Bristol. If I remember right. I thought I saw that because they were in Green Day for a long time.
Kristen Bailey trying to make quick work here of Kent Mueller down to his inside. Bailey came down on lap 41, got 4 fresh tires, and now he is on the hunt for the lead, up to P3 already. Tyler Burton, Wayne Furtick, and John Osborne battling 6th, 7th, and 8th. Anthony Bluey by Kent Mueller. Looks like the Speedway Classic is still delayed at the bottom of the first.
Oh, so it did get delayed. So they threw out probably the first pitch and they were like, oh, great delay.
Yeah, pretty much. Kristen Bailey trying to test Doug Denise down on the inside. Doug Denise was able to hang around coming in at the bottom of the pack in the Eliminator Challenge, but wound up in the top two. Tyler Burton wound up winning that last week after winning the race.
You said eliminator race? That's crazy.
Tyler Burton was trying to get by Kent Mueller, not quite able to do that, had to duck in behind him. Kristen Bailey, holy crap. 53.25.
Golly.
Made up a quarter second that lap on Adam Boughton. Boughton still hanging around up front. He's going to have to come to pit lane probably in, I'll say, 5 to 10 laps at the most.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe he could push it because I mean we're coming to 30 laps to go in about 4 laps. So could he push it to get to that 25 mark possibly if we get to 95? Not 95. Sorry, excuse me. 65, 66.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where everybody's kind of hoping is, get close to that 60 lap mark, and then you pretty much know you're okay to make it to the end. Had a couple cautions kind of scattered throughout some of these runs, but I think that's probably the number that everybody's kind of looking at there. I think that might kind of be what Ryan McCall and Chapman Ryan McCall and Chapman really were kind of thinking when they came down and just topped off on fuel under that last caution. I mean, if they could, it was lap 46, but if they get a couple cautions, who knows what'll happen.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Mike. But yeah, Chapman's just been riding around here in the 15th position, and he hasn't really tried to gain on anybody. He's just kind of cruising along. He's got McCall right behind him, so I think they're just trying to see what strategy they could play to get up to the top 10.
Yeah, we've seen how much track position is going to play a part in the race. Once they get up there, they kind of stay, as we have a pass for the lead there. Back and take a look real quick. Back, take a look real quick. See what happened here. Drove it in deep, slid up in front of him, coming to the start finish line, able to make that pass. I think Boughton might be saving a little fuel too, hoping for a caution.
Yeah, I think so as well. But yeah, Tristan Bailey just able just to rocket past. So we were seeing him gain little by little each lap, and he finally had enough where he could make the move. And we saw that earlier in practice. He has a fast machine in the qualifying session. Also has a fast machine in that 9 car for sure.
What some strategy is going to play out here. Anthony Ludi is to the high side. Dwayne Furtick on the bottom. Kent Mueller was kind of stuck in the middle there for a little bit. Colin Bollinger trying to get some ground back. And Boughton Denise all coming in pit lane. Kent Mueller as well. Drag race down the front stretch for Bollinger.
What happened to me that made contact. That's what they were saying.
And Bollinger still hanging tough down on the bottom. Haven't seen much of him all day, and now he is coming to the front in a hurry.
Yeah, he's been that old Dr. Pepper machine. She's on fire right there. Started towards the back, and now he's catching up. I believe he's in P3. So yeah, great run for Bollinger for sure.
Bollinger and Furtick side by side. Adam Boughton back out on the track. About 42 seconds behind the leader.
So here we go, Mike. We're getting within that 60 lap mark. Will we see cars come in under this green flag stand?
Now the question becomes, though, how, because we really haven't had a full green flag run. If Adam Boughton can make it to the end of the race, he's sitting pretty good right now, if there's no more cautions.
Yeah. He would be, I think he should be 5 laps to the good, I believe, if we don't get a caution.
And he'll be right there pretty close. Looks like it could be about 29 laps. Green flag racing. The other drivers to watch are going to be Chapman, McCall, as they came in on lap 46 and topped off again. Oh, hard into the wall.
Hard.
Who was that? That went hard into the wall.
tell who that was, Mike.
I think it was probably Christopher Roth as Chapman got by, but
Ooh, what happened there? Did you see where it cut on Ken Mueller? It looked like he was diving to the bottom. Oh, he was just getting in front of Denise right there to get some draft. That was a violent move right there. It just happened.
Cogswell just ran his fastest lap of the race at 53.43. Aaron Miller, Gary Nash in pit lane.
Tell you, Mike, I think the action's really going to ramp up as we got less than 23 laps to go in this race. But the one person who does not want to see a caution is definitely Tristan Bailey, for sure.
I'll say it's gonna be interesting to see how this race plays out. As Adam Boughton came down, Kent Mueller, Doug Denise, Aaron Miller, Anthony Ludi all came down. Dwayne Furtick elected to come down. He's headed back out on track. But if it stays green, and you know you're going to have to pit at least one more time, I don't know that staying out is such a good option.
I don't know. As we see another car hitting pit road, I couldn't tell who it was.
Colin Bollinger headed down pit lane. "22 laps to go." Bailey, Burden, and Osborne. Osborne going to come down. Cogswell's right behind him. Cogswell going to come down too. Cogswell's going to race him into the pits.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, Tristan Bailey is still faster than Adam Boughton, but only by like 0.3 of a second.
Yeah, and Boughton's got fresher tires than Bailey.
Kyle Diaz coming down pit lane. Ryan McCall as well.
Let me ask you, Mike, if you're Boughton and if Tristan Bailey comes in, do you stay out and try to push it?
I think Boughton should be able to make it to the end.
I think he can.
It's going to be close whenever they come back out on track, depending on when Bailey comes to pit lane. Bollinger just put down the fastest lap of the race of 53.21. Tyler Burden coming in. We'll see where he comes out in relation to Boughton.
Tristan Bailey can make it. I said, do you think Tristan Bailey can make it?
No.
He's slowing, isn't he? Maybe it just looks like he is.
Well, 53.63. John Osborne just ran the fastest lap of the race, 53.19. So definitely everybody was sandbagging a little bit there, trying to figure out what they're going to do. They made their final pit stops, and now the pedals to the floor, and they are coming.
Yeah, and Osborne's got those fresh tires, and he's got a full tank of gas, so he can burn up. He can burn up as much as he wants, trying to catch back up to this lead.
I don't think Bailey can make it to the end.
I don't think he can either.
Because he'd have to go over 40 laps. So. I mean, Tyler Burton made his pit stop back out on the track and is almost 2 seconds in front of, wow. Adam Boughton was back there quite a ways, almost 5 seconds behind Tyler Burton.
Yeah. He's coming fast.
So it looks like Tristan Bailey is going to have to be racing Dwayne Furtick and Colin Bollinger. And maybe even Tyler Burton.
Well, we know that the 23 has speed, Mike. I mean the 53, excuse me, has a lot of speed because didn't you say he set the fastest lap of the race so far? Or was that Osborne?
That was Osborne. 53.19. Roth up in front of Miller.
This little drafted action.
Yeah, Tristan Bailey's all by himself. He's got almost a 9-second lead over Christopher Roth. And he's coming down pit lane. He's going to come out, I'm going to say, probably 8th or 9th. Depending on what he does on his pit stop.
Well, there's 15 laps to go. So this should be the battle for the lead when this all cycles through, right?
Yeah, Dwayne Furtick is going to be the leader for now. Like this right here is the battle for the lead. Bailey's in his pit box, spent 10 seconds on his way out. He is going to fall in at least behind these three, maybe more. Unless he can get up to speed quick.
Yeah.
He might be okay. Looks like he might be okay.
How about that though? He jumped them, jumped all three of them in the pit.
I would have thought he would have lost some time to those three, but apparently not. Tyler Burden hard into the wall there. Yeah, I thought but he only spent under 11 seconds in his box. Everybody else behind him there, Burdick, Bollinger, and Burden all spent over 11 and a half almost. So 14 to go, and it has turned into the Tristan Bailey show.
Yeah, how about Tristan Bailey? Had to start at the back of the pack due to radio chatter last week, and he could be looking at coming off with a win.
Tristan Bailey looking for win number 6 on the season. Colin Bollinger, Tyler Burton, all left in his wake at the moment. Andrew Chapman running P5. Thought him and Ryan McCall were going to try and stretch it. They did not. Come in. Looks like Adam Bowden might be just trying to hang on here, saving some fuel.
Yeah, the strategy just didn't pay out for Adam Bowden.
He was hoping for a caution.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's letting it roll through the corners and kind of just hanging out. So trying to save some fuel, make it to the end of the race. Like Doug Denise is probably doing the same thing. Osborne is not. He is trying to get back up here inside that top 5. Just can't quite chase down Andrew Chapman. Chapman's out to almost a 2-second lead over Osborne. Three-way battles, the closest one on track.
I'm just going to shoot to the inside of Burdick.
Yeah, trying to get something going here. Tyler Burden. Oh, Burdick disappearing. Tyler Burden getting a little bump there from Bollinger.
He slid up right in front of him, cut off his nose.
Not going to be happy with that one.
Oh, he will not. But I mean, 9 laps to go. You gotta start making moves.
Yeah, I have to do something. Dwayne Furtick is blocking inside, outside, trying to keep everybody back behind him.
Yeah, they go to that snake style, trying to break the draft that we see in the Indy cars.
Yeah, exactly.
In Indianapolis. Oh my gosh, he better not push it too far, because just the slightest contact with this Gen 7 car. and you can't get loose.
Yeah, Tyler Burton definitely does not want to be the cause of a caution, especially for his teammate out there driving away from the field.
Yeah.
They're going to test him again on the inside.
He might get enough side draft to get alongside of Furtick and possibly take over the position. Yep, there he goes. Clears him. No crossover. Bollinger goes to P2.
Kind of have to set it up a little bit is what it looked like. Had to get drug along there in the draft, and then now you're playing chicken. Is Bollinger snakes through the front stretch? Burden into the wall. Trying to close it in.
Oh no, it's been a good, clean race. Had a couple crash, a couple wrecks, and a couple cautions, but other than that, it's been a good race.
Yeah, and even the cautions, I don't know that they were terrible either. Like little bump here or there, but Tyler Burden, John Osborne, Andrew Chapman still kind of battling a little bit. Cotton trying to save enough fuel to make it to the end. Trying to get by Chapman, get inside that top 5.
Osborne, the pole setter.
Still pulling it even or ahead. Bollinger's starting to pull away, so it looks like he will be P2 at the moment. 4 laps to go.
Yeah. How about Bollinger coming out of nowhere?
Yeah, it looked like he might have just been riding around towards the back of the field. And then these last little stints, he has put his foot down and running fairly quick too. 53:21 is the fastest lap he ran of the race. It looks like Tyler Burden's going to pull down to the inside, try and get by Dwayne Furtick.
Yeah. Here we go, Mike. 3 to go.
Looks like Burden got a little loose, slid up in front of Burdick before he was ready to. Two to go. And it is all Kristen Bailey.
Kristen Bailey with the statement saying, no matter where you start me, I can finish. Looks like the rapid fire pizza's on Tristan tonight, Mike.
Definitely out of turn 3, headed to the start finish line. White flag in the air. Next flag will end the race. Kristen Bailey, a dominant performance here at Pocono. Colin Bollinger hanging on for P2 at the moment. Tyler Burden, Dwayne Furtick going to round out the top 4. Osborne fought back and going to get P5, it looks like.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Coming out of turn 3, Kristen Bailey is going to win the Rapid Fire Pizza 212 at Pocono.
Great win for Tristan and that whole team.
Bollinger, Burden, Dwayne, Furtick, John Osborne, top 5.
Carrier, Mississippi.
He comes around, gets a congratulatory bump from his teammate there.
I'll tell you what, Mike.
Yeah.
The boys are on it.
Yeah.
Aeon's Motorsports is, man, they're dominating this thing. They went back to back, didn't they?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, see if we can get driver up here in the booth. I'll let you talk to Tyler here, Emmett.
Tyler Bird and Emmett Crow in the booth. You got a copy?
I took a big swig of Gatorade right as you pulled me up. How we all doing?
Doing good, man. Talk about how this y'all go 1 and 3 and you go back to back. How does that build on this championship hunt for y'all?
It's a big push for us because you know we were all working together in the practice session yesterday, we thought we were gonna have an issue with Tristan's connection, and he accidentally made a mistake. He was trying to make sure that he didn't make a qualifying lap that counted, but because he sat on pit road and was doing a burnout, and it said that your times won't be counted, and lo and behold, it counted them. So created for some confusion there at the start, but now me, Tristan, and John, we worked pretty hard in the practice sessions. So it's good to know that the notes that we made yesterday were good for today.
How does this help y'all going forward next week?
What is next week? Michigan, I think. I can't remember off
Yes.
the top of my head.
I believe it is the Irish Hills.
Yeah, like I said, it's just it's awesome for us. It gives a lot of us comfort that what one feels, the others are feeling as well. So there's a very good mesh with all of us. So we're looking to be a force to be reckoned with come championship time.
All right. Well, congrats on your third place finish. Is there anyone you'd like to thank out there?
Yeah, I'd like to thank all the Eon guys, Tristan, John, Chapman, Ryan. Today was going to be a hectic one. I didn't know how I was going to run today. I ended up pulling a double at work, so as soon as the race was getting ready to go, like around 8 o'clock, I had just woken up. So thank all Humanities 101 for coming aboard. I forgot to change the paint scheme, so you guys got the Gordon throwback again this week, and it seems to be serving me well, so it might become a primary. Rowdy Travis Designs for making this paint scheme. I apparently butchered it last week, and all the guys that cheer me on, my mom and dad for teaching me everything that I know about racing, and keep Michael York in our thoughts. His dad was airlifted to the hospital, so we're keeping hope up for his dad. We're not sure on what condition he's in right now, but just keep him in your thoughts. And I give a big shout out to you guys for putting the show out there on YouTube, and hopefully that fight for second and third place was a show for everybody at home.
It definitely was. Well, we'll see you next week at Michigan.
All right, thanks. I think my cat's just knocked some stuff over, so I gotta go look at that. Thanks, guys.
No problem, Mike.
Jump over here to calling Mike up in the booth, man. How's it going?
I mean, we're going. Long race. I'm just glad it's over.
Yeah, it definitely looked like you were kind of sitting there riding around a little bit at the beginning of the race, and then all of a sudden that 53 Toyota came to life and found yourself battling for second place. How was it racing out there tonight?
Horrible. I mean, the car is already really, with the new update, it is really just hard to pass to begin with the air blocking, and then Pocono is already a really tough track to honestly make passes at. You would think with all the draft you get, it'd make it easier, but when everybody's all drafting, it's really tough. And I mean, like I said, we had, like you said, we had a good run. I'm just glad we got P2. I mean, the first 15 laps of that race, I think I moved up 3 spots. I was like, this is gonna be a long race, and it was. But I mean, we made it work. We took 2 tires on the last stop. I think majority of the people did, but we were just at the good track position at the right time to take 2, and we ended up bringing it home P2.
Yeah, it definitely looked like track position was going to be king as usual here at Pocono anyway. But you get P2, you bounce back. How are you feeling headed into the championship run?
I mean, I'm excited. I mean, I feel like we've had a good year pretty much all season. There's some outlier races where stuff happens. Even last week, I mean, I was just talking about it with the other guys in the waiting room. Like, I led 73 laps out of 80, and we came up, I think, ninth. So that was kind of like a rough race, and it was more of my fault than anything. But it was just demoralizing. But I just know that we had the speed, so I'm looking forward to it.
Definitely, man. Well, congrats on your P2 finish. Anybody you want to thank before we get you out of here tonight?
Other than you guys for broadcasting, no.
Definitely, man. Well,
Just,
congrats again, and we'll see what you can do come championship time.
thank you.
All right. Let you talk to our race winner, Emmett.
Tristan Bailey, Emmett Crow up in the booth. You got a copy?
What's up?
Hey, so the pizza's on you tonight, right?
Pizza's on me, huh?
Oh man, congrats, man. Talk about what a topsy-turvy race you had. I mean, starting all the way from the back and then racing your way all the way to the front and then look back from there. How did it feel to get this win tonight?
It felt good. I felt bad for my teammate John. He had a really fast car, but he slid through his box on the last pit stop. That's why he finished only 5th instead of being up there with us. I really don't like this tire model, man. I was running Q laps pretty much the whole entire time. The tire wasn't falling off. I literally took 2 that last stop, and I was faster than Colin most of the run there. So I think iRacing needs to do something, or if this is like the car of real life, I see why the NASCAR drivers are really mad at it, because it's not fun to drive. It's dumb.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was wondering how the rubber was how the track was eating the rubber, because I mean, we started out at 100 degrees, more over 100 on the track temp. And that's what I was telling Mike. I was like, this track's going to get rubbered up, but it seemed like there was no rubber hardly placed on the track.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird, like, because I mean, the percentage wise, the tire would wear, but fall off wise, you'd be still running constantly with like not even a second slower than your fastest lap, which is weird for a NASCAR. You'd think it'd wear where you're like, okay, we're 2 seconds slower now, 20 laps in a run. I gotta go pit.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So how does this, y'all go back to back for Eon? How does this build on for y'all's championship? Are y'all going to try to pull 3 in a row at Michigan?
I don't know. Michigan's a different monster in these cars. I haven't raced it since they did the new aero package, but I know before it was terrible. So I can't imagine what's gonna be like with this new aero package and tire model wise. It's gonna be a bunch of follow the leader, honestly, trying to push people just like this track was. You had to get in the spot that where you had the most draft at, because I went underneath somebody in turn 1. I was almost clear of them. They had the draft in the high lane, and Brad Rivers, before he got wrecked out, peeked out. It gave me enough draft to even up with the guy on my outside. I was able to make the pass just because of that.
Oh, all right. Well, is there anyone you'd like to thank out there before we let you go?
Eons and shout out to York. I know his dad's in the hospital right now. Hope everything's all right. And this one's for you, buddy, and hope everything's all right with your dad.
All right, well, we'll see you next week in Michigan.
All right, later.
All right, later. Mike?
There is the top 3. Let's go ahead and bring up the race results. Tristan Bailey, Colin Bollinger, and Tyler Burden are the top 3 that you heard from there. Wayne Furtick and John Osborne. Found out why Osborne was back there a little ways, slid through his box. Andrew Chapman with a strong P6. Cogswell 7th. Kyle Diaz, Ryan McCall, and Robert Roth round out the top 10. Christopher Roth, Kent Mueller, and Adam Boughton, the top 13. Doug Denison 14th. Anthony Ludi, Aaron Miller, Gary Nash, Michael Carter are the top 18, and Bradley Rivers winds up P19 after an early race incident. But that is what we have here from the Tricky Triangle. Anything you want to say before we get out of here tonight, Emmett?
Well, it's just like Tristan Bailey was talking about the tire wear. That is crazy that there wasn't much fall off from each set of tires. I can't believe that, but a great race. You know, a lot of green flag racing. It's always great to see. And hopefully it carries over to Michigan.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see what these guys can do with 2 races left before the chase. Everybody trying to get inside that top 12. But from all of us here at the ECR Next Gen League and all of us at Sim Racing Media, I want to wish you guys a good night. We'll see you next time at Michigan.